Welcome to Malifaux Mondays from the Dice Gods. My name is Hydra, and today we're going to take a look at the awesome new Ashes of Malifaux expansion book for Malifaux 3rd edition from Wyrd Games. First off, a huge thanks to Wyrd Games for sending us a preview copy of the new book. Much appreciated, guys. If you've not been keeping up, Ashes of Malifaux is the 3rd expansion in the Buring Man Trilogy. That started with Malifaux Burns back in 2021, and then it continued with Ashes of Malifaux in 2022. Now, 2024, we end with Ashes. We're going to cover the things you need to know about this new book in this video. We're not going to deep dive into the details and nitty gritty of all the different troops. If you want that, let us know in the comments and we'll get into it. So most importantly, what am I going to do? I'm going to discuss what's in the book, which crews and keywords are impacted, and in what way. Then it's time to look at some of my favourite models, and we'll discuss why you shouldn't and why you should buy this book. If you're familiar with Malifaux expansions, then Ashes builds on their established record of exciting releases with amazing story, beautiful artwork, and oh so very cool minis. As mentioned, this book brings the story of the last two books to a thrilling conclusion. The Buring Man continues to haunt the skies, hearts and minds of Malifaux, but now is the time to deal with him once and for all, one way or the other. As you'd expect, the story, which covers 57 pages of this 152 page book, is awesome. I'd recommend a good cup of tea, your favourite easy chair and some biscuits. Treat yourself to a good read and thank me later. Now, let's get into the meat of it. What's in the book gameplay wise? Well, there are 77 new models, from 8 factions across 67 keywords, plus 20 versatiles and 7 new upgrades. Interestingly, there's not a single new master in here. You're looking at henchmen, enforcers and minions only. After the flurry of new masters in Madness, this is a welcome reprieve and a chance to breathe fresh life into existing crews. Now, back to those keywords. Some are brand new, some are building on the new masters from Ashes of Malifaux, and others are from some familiar faces. It's great to see the older keywords getting new additions. For example, the Fae and Nephilim keywords pick up a set of models, including a henchman and enforcer. That gives you options for Titania and Nikima crews. Likewise, Mizaki, Sandeep, Von Schill, Sommer, Lady J, the Brewmaster, Rasputina, all these and more get new toys. If you've got a favourite crew that you've run too much and for too long, you'll likely find a way to spice things up in this book. Tiri, the Clampets, Harold Tull, Castor and Damien Ravencroft all get new additions to their crews as well. Right, that's the overview. Now let's look at some of my favourite bits from Ashes. If you've seen our review of the Tiri core box, the first choice shouldn't be a shock. The Slipstreamer is a new addition to the Explorer Society flavour of Tiri. As a fellow Hour, these minis share the Bygone keyword and with it the Scars of Sharuf ability. However, they also have the Eves keyword, so they can be fielded by Maxine Agassi as well. As a model, the Slipstreamer is not that strong at the damage dealing side of things, but they do have abilities, attacks and a tactical action which generates the shielded condition. This makes them nicely resilient and helps support other troops in their crew. That said, these are windsurfing Hour, so I'm in. The 6-armed 6-shooter is an outcast enforcer who can join Parker Barrow's crew with the bandit keyword or Victoria Chambers with the mercenary one. As a model, this guy is a tough cookie and has some nice output. On the durability side, defense 5 with 7 health and armor +1 on a 7-stone model is not to be sniffed at. Damage wise, the 12-inch stats 6 with 2-3 with 1 blast and 4 with 2 blast damage track is pretty tasty. This can also be used in melee as well, so be careful messing with this guy. He can also spend his time shooting up enemy scheme markers, stunning and moving around models. He's quite a box of tricks. I think we can all agree that both Titania and Nikima needed a big freaking tree on their side, right? Enter the carnivorous Weirdwood for Neverborn. As you'd expect with Titania in the mix, this chap fires out underbrush markers after deployment. Beyond that, we're seeing familiar tricks like damaging enemies if it takes damage, and the ability to generate more underbrush markers as a tactical action. Damage wise, we have a 2-3-4 track on a melee attack with built-in crows, which triggers healing, and the ability to cheat a negative flip if you get masks in the final total. Interestingly, if you can get the enemy in base to base, you get +1 on the damage, making it 3-4-5, which is why this next bit is fun. The Wyrd was ranged attack is snagging vines, which drags a reluctant victim closer to finish them off. Though it does little damage, this gets the enemy closer to boost that melee damage attack. A key and gong crew focused on constructs has long been on my wish list, and the King of the Octave, aka Koto, is not helping me resist more purchases. Koto fits into Jacob Lynch with Honeypot and Yuoko Hamazaki for 10 Thunders, and has some really nice tricks. Coming with the ability to feed friendly shielded, card switching, healing, and the ability to hand out brilliance and favour tokens, he's got some good utility. He can also hand out stunned, and his +2 armour is nice as well. Damage wise, a 2-3-4 track is fine, but Koto also heals on successful attacks, so he can be a pain to shift, especially with his armour. Okay, toast. It's Mad Max with a Bayou aroma? Sure. In fact, a Mario Kart of Doom made from the hunks of turtle. Why not? It's Bayou, so you know it's bonkers. Let's take a look. Destined for Captain Zip and Jockey Crews, this little guy can restore cards to your control hand when it uses them, and runs over enemies and yeets friendlies around the board as well. With 1-3-4 damage in melee, which gives the injured condition, then blast 2-3-4, which gives burning +1, Toast can do some pain, though you'll often find yourself taking damage in the process. And then there's 71 more models with just as many awesome options in the book. So let's start with the negative. Why wouldn't you pick up Ashes of Malifaux right now instantly while you're still listening to this video? If there's one reason, it's this. You don't want to buy more minis. This book is crammed with models which have great lore, gorgeous sculpts, or cool rules, or all three. If you're trying to tame your pile of shame, Ashes of Malifaux will not be helping you. That said, if you're a Malifaux vet, then you'll find new ways to play some classic masters and change up the game. If you're a competitive player, then Ashes of Malifaux will have something for you too, something your competition isn't necessarily expecting. But what about the newbies? Yes, you should take a look. The lore and artwork are amazing, both worth your time and money easily. Beyond that, this expansion will keep you up to speed with the new models heading to a tabletop near you soon, and it also opens up the ways in which both old and new crews work. If you're looking to get to grips with Malifaux, keeping on top of these expansions will really help you get your head dialed into the game. Overall, we highly recommend picking this one up. Ashes of Malifaux is available now from your local gaming store. Thanks again to the team at Wyrd for the preview copy. If you've not picked up the expansion yet, what are you looking forward to the most? And if you have, what's your favourite new model? Let us know in the comments below. As ever, we'd welcome a like, subscribe, and share this video if you want to see more. We now have channel memberships, so if you want to help us do more stuff, consider joining up for a few euros a month. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.